Okay, and so at your supper clubs, I know you have meat as the primal ingredient, but you make some fabulous side dish that I thought was a dessert. I guess you could have it as a dessert.
You could, but
Tell me about it.
we've always had it for a side dish with basically anything. It's a baked pineapple, and what we're going to do is in a saucer pan here, we're going to make kind of like a caramel mixture, or it looks like a caramel sauce.
Yeah.
We're going to add in a cup of sugar.
Okay, just white?
Just white plain sugar.
Okay.
And the more this recipe goes on, it's a lot of sugar and a lot of fat.
Yum! Sounds
Good to me.
Right.
Sounds like my kind of side dish.
Let's see here. We're going to make 4 tablespoons of all-purpose flour.
All-purpose flour.
And 4 tablespoons of the pineapple juice, which we have drained from our can earlier.
Okay.
And you can leave the pineapples in the can. The pull tops work the best because you can still drain.
You can drain it out
right.
and still, yeah.
And we'll add the 4 tablespoons.
Okay, and then you'll end up putting this on the stove.
We'll put it on the stove at a low heat.
Okay.
And just stir it occasionally until you get you'll see that the sugar's melted and it's all blended in. It'll look real runny, but that's kind of what you want to do because we're going to end up putting it into a Pyrex with the pineapple and some other ingredients.
Okay.
And we'll
give
kind
that
of
to
shake it
Rob
a little. We'll throw
pass
that on
that
the
off.
side.
Okay.
Now what are we going to do?
Oh, that was it.
Well, tell me about these pineapples. You just use the chunks? You don't use the...
I always use the chunks. You could do slices. You could probably buy your own big pineapple and cut it up, but we try to go quick and easy because we'd rather be outside watching football or basketball during our show or something like that.
So we're going to come back and we're going to put all this together so you can figure out how to make a wonderful side dish or dessert to go with all these manly meats. And so you just come right back and we're going to finish this up.
The all-new Frigidaire Gallery Collection. Only Frigidaire has a range with an effortless oven rack that automatically extends for easy access. A French door refrigerator with a space-wise organization system that makes it easy to stay organized and find everything when you need it. And the quietest dishwasher in its class, so now you can have a moment to yourself. Even if you don't have a moment to yourself.
Hoffman's Home Furnishings and Appliances. Relax your home.
Fire took place 3 years ago. There was a lightning strike. The winds picked up and the fire just took off. You're in shock. You don't know what you're feeling. You have nothing anymore. I lost my home and 40 years worth of art. I never thought that I would need help from the Red Cross. They gave me emotional support to get up in the morning. I'll never forget what the Red Cross did for me.
From the laundry room, to the kitchen, to the basement, nothing adds more comfort and convenience than natural gas. Clean-burning, reliable natural gas is the fuel source that provides versatile products to suit your taste, layout, and budget. Whether it's the warm, cozy feel throughout your home or the gleaming cooktop that gives you more control in the kitchen, you can depend on natural gas to add warmth and glow to your home. Natural gas. Clean, comfortable energy for life.
Back to At Home on the Range. We are going to finish up our pineapple side dish and want to remind you to go to eplustv6.com. You can get all these recipes. You will definitely want to try these. So Alan, finish this up for us.
Well, we've melted the sugar and made our little caramel kind of base here. And now we're just going to pour it over top of the pineapple that I've poured into a Pyrex.
Okay. Can you use rings? I think I've already asked you that.
No, it's better to do the chunks. You could try it with the rings, but they're better on a sandwich with some mayonnaise.
I love that idea. These boys, I tell you, they're so easy to feed.
And we kind of blend it in, try to get the sauce over top of all the pineapple laying in there.
Okay.
Then what we're going to do next is cover the entire pineapple with just shredded cheese. This is sharp shredded cheese.
We'll go ahead and get your crackers ready.
And Rob's going to go ahead and start crushing on some crackers for us that we're going to put over the top.
So this is just the cheese you can get at Kroger.
Right, you can
just
get
it's
it.
in the Ziploc, and you prefer the sharp, of
I
course.
do. And you could do any type of cheese, whatever your flavor is. If you like Kobe or if you like whatever.
Just experiment, I suppose, with
right.
different kinds of cheese. Okay.
And once we get it covered, Rob's going to come in here and just start covering that top with, we use Ritz crackers, but you could use saltines or
Just
healthier.
going for the salt.
Right.
The salty, crunchy. So,
You kind of spread them around, make it look nice.
okay.
And that's it.
And
And Rob's going to set this in the oven for me.
And then
sir.
the next part of our meaty supper club is
I'm going to go to a standing rib roast, which like I said earlier, the ribs have been removed from these.
Now, did you remove the ribs, or
I had Latham's actually remove the ribs for
so
me.
you can call the butcher and say, I need a XX rib
Right.
roast, and
This is about 3 pounds that I serve 2 to 3 people.
okay.
That's about the normal range because I'm usually cooking for 2 when I cook this.
Oh,
So what we're going to do is I've got some Lowry seasoning salt, and we're just going to rub down every side of the meat. So we'll
Okay.
just start on one side and
so the
slowly.
ribs are removed, but tell me about, I see there's some yummy fat right here.
You've got fat on the outside, and we're cooking with that fat side up that keeps the flavoring inside the meat to give it that good and juicy, tender taste.
So is that how the meat comes? Have you
Yes.
removed any of the fat?
I have not removed any fat. We're going to leave all the fat because some of that juice is going to drop down because we're using a broiling pan. It's not touching the bottom, so it's going to drip down, and you could make a little bit of au jus sauce with what you have left
Okay.
over.
You can.
Then we're going to take a little black cayenne pepper and just kind of sprinkle, just like what I just did a minute ago. Just roll the meat over.
Now, is that hot?
A little hot, but you will.
little spicy.
It won't spicing it up. It gives that outside flavor, just enough little kick that it keeps the spices in.
Okay.
We'll do a little salt and pepper. This is sea salt.
I love sea salt.
I do too.
So do most chefs use that bigger grain salt?
And you can do more salt. You can do less salt. I know there's several people that have kind of cut salt out of their diet.
Right. But I
Yeah.
love salt.
We'll do a little black pepper,
Okay.
cracked black pepper.
So can you cook this on the gas grill? You prefer to cook it in the oven?
I prefer to do it in the oven because that's kind of, you could do it, but if you were going to do this, I would get them to go ahead and slice it and make
Okay.
a almost a ribeye out of it.
Oh dear, I really want to join your supper club. Friday, I'm gonna find out where it's gonna be. I'll have to crash.
So we've got the rub on. Now we're going to add a little minced garlic.
You're
and
not
we're
gonna
go-
wear your UT apron, are you? It's a little
I'm
bright
afraid
for
that
me
comes
over
with the
here.
territory.
So we're just going to add this kind of on the top and maybe see if we can get it on the sides just a little.
Some chopped garlic, and you can get that also at.
I get mine at Kroger just because it's easier for me to run
Gotcha.
in and grab it. And I use this in several other recipes
Yeah.
that I do.
Yeah. Oh, it smells so great.
And you'll think it's a lot when you're cooking it. You'll think, oh my Lord, I put way too much garlic, but you really don't get that much of a
Yeah.
garlic taste.
I don't think there's such a thing.
No, I love garlic. And now, you hand me a knife.
Oh,
down.
sure. It's probably more knife than you need, but it's just right there.
We're going to slice a couple pieces of butter here.
Now, is that salted or unsalted? Does it matter?
Unsalted, it doesn't matter, whatever your taste is. And we're just
Oh,
going to
it smells so good.
set them kind of on the top here.
Okay, that'll just melt off, I
It's
guess.
going to melt off, kind of run down the sides, and it's going to help give it a little of the a little brown look for the outside, kind of
Yeah.
like what you would see at restaurants.
Nice presentation. So the girls about now are smelling something good, and they're like coming in to see if they can help now that you're finished, I bet.
And then the last piece is going to be a little olive oil.
Okay, let me reach this for you.
And what I just like to take a little olive oil, go across it about 2 or 3 times. And
That's beautiful. So you don't put anything in the bottom of the pan. That's just going to
it's
catch
just gonna,
the juices.
It's just going to catch the juice and the little bit of butter. And I like making it with my seasoning in the pan, so some of my seasoning is falling down to the bottom, and when that juice gets in there, it's going to help that seasoning kind of brew up, and it'll get into the meat and kind of help the seasoning out a
Oh,
lot.
wow. I've got to get a supper club going. This is a great idea. Well, we're going to put this in the oven, and then we're going to come back and put it all together and see these beautiful meats and pineapples, and be back in a minute.
Any great chef will tell you cooking with gas is the best. You have to have the flame. Cooking with gas makes cooking foolproof. When cooking for my customers, I use the best. I use gas.
Gas is not just for great restaurant chefs. When we built our new home, our #1 priority was a totally gas kitchen. I love gas because it's so reliable. Now I can simmer without burning because the heat is distributed so evenly. And best of all, it's affordable.
Get a first look at what's new and exciting online or on the go with Jackson Energy Authority. Get tips on ways to save energy, plus enjoy special deals on Facebook, Twitter, and our email newsletter. Go to jaxenergy.com to get started.
Welcome back to At Home on the Range. We're going to have the best time talking about supper clubs with cute men cooking, and this yummy meat that Alan has finished here, this rib roast, is perfect. Be sure and check his recipe for how long he cooked it. And Rob's got this fantastic Rob kebab. Look at this delicious pineapple. So let's cut into that meat and let's just see how gorgeous it is. And you cooked it how long per pound?
30 minutes per pound.
Wow. That is gorgeous, and it would serve 2 to 3.
Correct.
Oh, Alan, that is gorgeous. That is so pretty. And Rob, how do you plate your Rob kebabs?
I like to just place them on just any plate, you know, with corn that we had, and then add a little rice with it, and you're good to go.
That's a wild rice?
That's just original Uncle Ben's wild rice, nothing fancy. It's just nice to have with it.
Can I please come to your supper club? I mean,
Absolutely.
I will go by the DoubleTree by Hilton, and I'll pick up these cookies. They're delicious. I assume that probably that's what the girls do. They go by the DoubleTree and get some delicious cookies to add, and that's what I'm going to do because I want to come to supper club. I wish you would start a supper club. How much fun would that be to meet with your friends and try different recipes and just have a great time? And I've had a great time today. I want to thank Rob, and I want to thank Alan for coming on today and showing me how they do their supper club. I also want to thank Kaufman's. They're so sweet to have us out here with all of their beautiful kitchens, and also want to thank JEA Gas Division because everything does cook better with gas. So we're going to be back for another show. I can't promise it'll be as great as this one, but thank you for being with us today, and I hope you're a little bit more at home on the range. I would love to have, a big old slab of that meat. Do you ever cut it in half? No. Oh dear. I want to see how your pineapple looks after you. That's a nice crust on top, and it's not running like I thought it would be.
The cracker forming.
Yeah.
It dries out nicely.
Just a tiny bit of kebab. Do you ever take it off the kebab?
Yeah, I do. But she was part of it too.
Yeah.
Amy
She got
was
to come.
too.
Yeah, Amy did too. Yeah. That's kind of how they worked into their long-term relationship, through food.
Somewhat.
I'm the matchmaker.
You are
I
excellent.
introduced Chase and Maggie and him
Excellent.
and Amy.
Yep.
You're excellent.
Look kind of funny though if I just fell out, wouldn't it?
But what happened to Rob?
Like, poof.
Wow.